Hi, my name is Arija Senate. I am a group leader, volunteer with IYLI, the International Youth Leadership Institute, here in Addis Ababa at the Wabi Chevrolet Hotel, Ethiopia.
I'm Yasemin, and I'm from the Bronx, and I go to Yasemin Academy for Girls, and I'm going to be a senior in September. I was always comparing Ethiopia to Tanzania since this is my second year, and I know it's not the same at all. The people are different. I mean, yes, they're still welcoming, but just the way they treat you is a little bit different. And the food was also an experience. Every time we went to a restaurant, they kind of messed up our order. But I had an amazing time and met some really friendly people. Being that this is my second year, I knew what to expect, so I know how it feels to travel on an airplane and go from place to place, and then with all of the work that you have to do with the ethnographies and the seminars and the group work and the book circles, so I felt very well prepared. I want to tell them it was cold in Ethiopia, that just because it's summer in New York does not mean it's summer in Africa. And I'm going to try to get as many of my friends to join IYLI as possible because it's an amazing experience and you get to travel, which is something that a lot of people don't get to do. So just to introduce them to that opportunity, just like the way I was introduced to it.
Ethiopia, obviously. 16 years old, first time actually traveling outside the USA. And it's just been an experience because being back home, there's been so much misconceptions about Africa in general and Ethiopia too. So when I talk to people about going to Africa, they're like, oh, well, aren't they so poor and aren't they this, aren't they that? But the thing is, no one has ever been there, so they don't know what's going on over there. So coming here has actually been the greatest experience because I get to see what's actually happening. I get to learn about people who have been cut out of history. And when you go back to America, like, no one knows who these people are. IYLI has prepared me for the experience. First off, just being in the program has been an experience. Getting to meet new people. We had the seminars, and seminars really made me open up my mind to things that are happening all around the world. And I never really thought outside of New York. But after going to the seminars and learning about these different topics, you start to get prepared for going somewhere else and having to really have a different view on different areas. So I think IYLI has really prepared me and helped me to get ready for this trip. IYLI is a great program, and I wish that my friends would come to this program and they would stop being so scared because they don't know anything about Africa and they've been wrong this whole time. My friends and family, them too, they need to come back here. Everyone needs to come back here, in my opinion, because this is where we all started out.
So I'm from the Dominican Republic, but I grew up in Harlem, and I go to school around Soho. The school is called Elizabeth Irwin High School, and I'm going to be a senior, and I'm 17 years old. When I first got here, everyone was telling me that it was going to be such a huge culture shock because I was talking to some brothers from my middle school, and they taught here in Ethiopia, so they were like, it's going to be such a huge culture shock, and it's going to be crazy. And they were like, all you can do is pray over there. You're going to see some crazy things. So that's what I was expecting. That's the mindset I came here with. But then when I got here, it wasn't that big of a culture shock for me because being from the Dominican Republic, I've seen some of these things already. I've seen the level of poverty. But then I remember the first time when it really hit me was when we went to Mount Entoto. And we got off the bus and everyone just started crowding over us, and I was just so overwhelmed, and I was like, oh my god, this is on a whole new level in the Dominican Republic. So this has just been such a real humbling experience for me. So we got a curriculum guide, and we been to orientation. We had an orientation before coming here for like 5 days. So we went through everything in the curriculum guide, like things we had to bring, zines we had to take, how to prepare for seminars, and how to dress, all of everything. We also learned about Ethiopia, and we also had to do a presentation on Ethiopia so that we could learn about the culture and the food and things like that. Oh, we also went to a restaurant that had Ethiopian food, so I feel like we really were prepared coming here. I think this is just a great experience that every young adult should come, because this is where everyone really originated from, especially people of color. We really need to know that we are so much more than what we are perceived at in America. Like when you come here, you learn about our history and about how we were kings and queens and all these things. It's just so empowering, and it's just an experience that everyone really needs to go through.
Yeah, I'm Jaleel Muhammed. I'm from Mount Vernon, New York. I go to Salesian High School, a Catholic school in New Rochelle, New York. And I'm 16, I'm turning 17 this December. I'll be a senior this year, coming up. So for me, I feel like this has been a shaping experience. For me to go back, to be more focused in school, to finish my education, ready for college, to, I guess, eliminate sport and play, but stay focused on what I have to do. It's prepared me for more than education, more than school, but for life in general. All the leadership qualities that we experience. It's been a blessing to be part of IYLI for a third year now. I would just teach, I guess, the youth the value of travel. Because they ask me, why you going to Africa? What's the, I guess, occasion to go to Africa? It's one thing, an experience. It's just a life-changing. They say travel is the best education. I learned that through IYLI, and I believe that a lot of youth need to learn how to travel and get that experience. And hopefully IYLI can expand and get more fellows, be more competitive. So it'll be more of a thorough organization.